Don't call me for the protest.
Call me for the war!
Sell it on the bars at Atlanta.
The fastest 50 guy advances to the net, which is the semifinals. Fastest 8 battles it out for 10K. We fly you out to NYC. Once I see this,
Don't lose no reps. 6, 5, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 8, 7, 2, 1, 9, 8,
2, 3.
باب مفتوح للاجتهادات التقريب هذا حد العالم هذا طالب هذا راسخ والى اخره تحت
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh to all our Hadith disciples, YouTubers and viewers. Welcome back to a new video on Rip Right HD. So y'all know where we at. We just got to ATL and it's about to go down. Sell it on the Barz ATL edition. 10K 8 cities. We live. Tomorrow is the event. So obviously by the time y'all see this vlog, we already have everybody's time who did the 10-10-10. And y'all gonna see what it is. Right now, we're about to go inside the hotel, show y'all around. Y'all know how we do it. But yeah, they gave us a Chrysler 300 old school for our rental. That's not what we actually got, right? So not what we got, what we ordered. We ordered a regular like Malibu type joint, and then they just gave us the Chrysler when we got there. Pretty decent on gas. So let's get it, guys. Stay tuned. We're in the telly right now. About to lock in. It's pretty late. We're gonna get some rest because right from ATL we're shooting right back to Florida, and then after that in another 5 to 7 days we're shooting right to NYC. Stay locked in because I think NYC is gonna be one of the craziest events. Next day we here. It's over. It is time to rock and roll. Sell it on the bars at Atlanta. Let's go. We leaving the hotel. All right, y'all know what time it is. So sell it on the bars at Atlanta. So today, guys, if you read the website, if you signed up, if you registered, if you didn't register, obviously you just spectate in. You came out for content, which is dope. So right after the event, we're gonna get right into the content. We're gonna try to get as much people to go viral as possible on my page, times and Sell It on the Bars page. But obviously it's the athletes get president, so any of the athletes after the battle that want to do collabs, we do them first and then everybody else next on free. So we're doing 10 pull-ups, 10 dips, 10 push-ups for 5 rounds. It does not have to be unbroken. So that means if you only can get 5 pull-ups, then you drop down and get another 3, then drop down and get another 2, then you move on to the next exercise. It is a timed exercise. What that means is you have 10 minutes to complete 10-10-10. That's gonna be 50 pull-ups, 50 dips, 50 push-ups, right? The fastest times out of the 8 cities, Atlanta, Charlotte, Chicago, New York, LA, everybody who competed, the fastest 50 guys advances to the next, which is the semifinals, and that's going to be 25 muscle-ups, 100 push-ups, and the fastest 8 battles it out for 10K. We fly you out to NYC. Y'all seen the videos. So right now we're going to do a form test because we've been having like issues, right? Because if somebody is doing full range of motion and then somebody else is not, it's not equal. So guys, you gotta listen because I'm gonna be reffing, and if you're not locking out because you're not used to locking out, then you're just gonna constantly be getting a no rep. Now we're not looking for chest to the bar, so this is what we're looking for. Right here, you can go as wide as you want. Once I see this, or if you want to keep your head straight and you want to go here, see, because if you go here, right here is good, but if you got your head straight, right here is not good. So that's not my problem if you keep your head straight. You're just going to have to go more to get your chin over, right?
So be careful on that lock. I'm gonna tell you, yo, lock out. Then I'm gonna be like 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. And you're gonna end up with 40 reps. In 10 minutes, you gotta go to the side because 10 minutes is the max. Then you're gonna move over here to the dips. So with the dips, 90 degrees. 90 degrees is here. If you go here, that's on you. You're just doing more work. We just want it right here. Simple. Once you start doing that, no rep. Right? Because we got to be tough. It's 10,000. It's not. It's $10,000. Dudes is battling it out, and dudes work hard for it. You can get from that side. Then with the push-ups, if y'all can see, we're gonna try to get chest to bar. Here. Right? We don't want you here with your thing in. We don't want you up here. We don't want just, we want your whole body. You do that for 5 sets, you complete the time. In my opinion, whoever gets it 4 minutes, you're definitely gonna be advancing in that top 50. After that, I'm not sure. 4 minutes is a hell of a time. It's either you repping or you stepping. 1 p.m., you start. Sell it on the Barz. Atlanta, let's get it. Sell it on the Barz. Welcome to Atlanta.
So this was our first athlete, and we didn't have no specific way we were picking the athletes. And as a matter of fact, some athletes were coming up telling us they just wanted to go. We had 25 different runs in Atlanta. It was super dope. This specific athlete was super strong, and his reps were super clean. We did not have to take away any reps from him in particular until the later rounds, like round 4 and 5, when he became super fatigued. But shout out to ATL. We're gonna move on to the next athlete. Right here we had the Muslim brother, mashallah. He was also another strong athlete coming out of Atlanta. His reps was pretty clean. He was going super high over the bar. And I mentioned that before we started, that if you keep your head straight or if you go higher, that's up to you. But his reps were squeaky clean. The only issue with him is he was starting some of his dips from the bottom. But in this specific first set, as you can see, he started his dips from the top. Other than that, clean money. He did his 5 rounds and he was able to make the time, because we put a cutoff time of 10 minutes and then we had to drop it down to about 7 minutes.
We outside. ATL, they acting up.
Here we go with my bro, No Perry. Very, very athletic athlete. Super strong. He started off clean and very calm and collective. We didn't have to take any reps from him as well in the beginning, but he started to swing a little bit on his pull-ups and then later use a little bit of feet when it came to his dips. But other than that, super strong, and he was able to finish this set in time. As I said, we had a 10-minute cutoff at first, and then we dropped it down to a 7-minute cutoff because we had so many athletes. Next up, we had Burpeeologist. That's what he called himself, and I'm not gonna lie, we did some collabs with him at the end of the session, and he was going crazy on the burpees. He started off with not such of a dead hang or a lockout, so we had to penalize him on numerous reps, and what happened was it got him super fatigued in the long run. You have to remember, once you get to about that 3rd set of pull, dip, push, then the lactic acid starts to really build up. So we had to constantly tell him to keep that lockout and explain to them that the way you train is the way you're gonna also battle. So you got to prepare yourself for a calisthenic standard battle with full range of motion. Now, this was one of the strongest athletes coming out of Atlanta. I am telling you, super dope when it comes to reps and set. He had the New York bounce. As soon as he started doing his pull-ups, I already knew, yeah, he's gonna be a problem. And he was very, very clean all the way through from set 1 all the way to set 5. And he was like one of the first to enter the comp or to go that had a very, very decent time. And I can almost guarantee that he's going to be one of the top 50 to advance. Now we had another guy right here. I had a little issue with his pulls. Now, it wasn't the lockout that we were looking for, but it was something strange in which when he came down at the dead hang, his neck would go into his shoulders. So it kind of looked like a lock, but it wasn't. It was like a weird situation. But other than that, his dips and his push-ups were very strong. And then he started to fizzle out at the end of the routine, obviously, which I believe led him to not making the time. Now we had one of the OGs pull up. The only issue with him, he was very tall and the bar was very short. So he already was at a disadvantage where he had to bend his knees. Now, I didn't count any of his reps at the beginning, and I'm telling him right now to change the bar. As you can see, he wasn't locking. And then when he got to this high bar, it was the same thing with the pull-ups. So we had a very difficult time, obviously, roughing him, and he did not make the time. He went well past 10 minutes. As far as his dips and his push-ups, they were absolutely flawless. But when it came to his pull-ups, he just could not lock out. Here we go. We have another strong athlete coming out of Atlanta. And I believe he trains with Vaughn from Team Sparta. So you can kind of see the flawlessness in his reps. A couple times I had to tell him lower or higher when it came to his reps, and he complied. Very, very humble guy. I'm going to say he's going to make it in the top 50 as well. So make sure you guys keep a lookout, because the next set obviously is 25-100, and I can't wait to see those muscle ups. I really like this athlete coming out of Atlanta. Very, very smooth reps. When it came to his pull-ups, his push-ups, and his dips, I mean, full range, real smooth when it came to all of his reps. Super clean. The only issue that I had with his reps were they could have been a lot faster. The slower you go when it comes to your reps, then the less reps you're going to do, and the faster you're going to get fatigued. So shout out to him. Clean reps. Will he advance in the top 50? We'll have to see about that. Okay, we got another guy. His reps was also smooth and pretty clean. We penalized him on the later rounds for some of his reps because obviously he got fatigued. As we said, that third round is the cooker. But I don't think he'll be making it in the top 50. He would have had to definitely get a better time. But dips was smooth, push-ups was smooth, and most people are very, very good at pushing. But the pulling is what we had the most issues on when it came to this set in Atlanta. Here we have a next runner-up, very, very strong. He's only 18 years old, and he kept his head straight on the pull-ups. And only if he gets that New York bounce will he be even more superb when it comes to his pulling, pushing, and his dips. But this guy is strong at a young age, and I see a lot of potential. And then he also had a teammate that came through with a lot of potential. And one other thing is the closing of the legs with the push-ups. I'm definitely gonna have to make that mandatory for settling on the bars. Okay, here is another athlete. I loved his pull-ups, man. And I'm telling you, I thought he was going to be one of those ones, but he fizzled out a little bit at the end. But his reps in the beginning, pull, push, and dip were amazing. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: if he practices this set, he's definitely gonna be a force to be reckoned with. Or if he just practices endurance in general, yeah, he's gonna be a problem coming out of Atlanta. Trust me. Okay, this is another guy that's pretty strong, but he does not have the New York bounce, and that's why he fatigued and fizzled out in the later rounds. I know you guys might not be able to see the bar shaking, but he was actually yanking the bar on every pull-up, wasting a lot of energy. Now, if you see his dips here, even with the pause on his dips, he did that with the push-ups, and I believe his first push-up, he damn near lift the push-up bar, and we had to actually stand on the bar. So this guy definitely needs the, yep, see the bar is moving. He definitely needs that New York bounce, and then he definitely will be a force to be reckoned with, and he has to actually focus on a lock. But the only way he can focus on a lock is when he does a pause rep. And then obviously, you know, we got Black Superman, and he killed it. Everybody keeps saying these short range of motion reps, but in this particular battle, he was not playing. He came to advance, and he got the best time out of the entire Atlanta. He did not do the set unbroken, which it doesn't have to be unbroken, but he definitely scored a crazy time.
Don't call me for the protest. Call me for the war. Who is up next? Let's go.
Yeah, say it again.
Who is up next?
That's all she wrote, guys. I gotta do better with the vlogging because I wanted to get more of the content when I was doing all of the collabs. So we were out there from about 12 p.m. to about 5 p.m. and then we went straight back to FL8, man. Much love, much respect. We're gonna be doing more vlog for the rest of the cities.
Indeed, in the body, literal translation, is a lump of flesh, a piece of meat. إِذَا صَلَحَتْ صَلَحَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. And when that lump of flesh